What's up, everybody? Welcome to Southern Life. On this video, we're gonna explore another amazing little Alabama town. I'm talking, this one is thanks to a subscriber who put me onto it. And as always, you guys are the best when it comes to putting me onto amazing little towns. So thank you again, and keep recommending these little awesome towns so that we can keep documenting Alabama. Just so incredible to be here. This is a real, and this is, I can't even explain how nice it feels. And we just came back from Tennessee. Tennessee's got some incredible little towns. So coming back from Tennessee, straight to here, where there's a lot of good stuff to compare to, this is so awesome. You gotta love all these small towns in Alabama, and there's so many of them. It's incredible. It's nice to go to Tennessee, a state that's known for their incredible little towns. So then when you come back over here, have something really nice to compare to. That is incredible. But as you can see, just amazing to be here in this little town in Alabama. This city is known as the city of Southern hospitality, and what a great thing to be known for. So what do you think about this little town, Katie?
It's cute.
I think it's one of the cutest little towns I've seen. Isn't it?
That's where we should take your dad.
Where?
Freight House Restaurant.
Really?
Train tracks.
Oh, that sounds cool. I think we should eat there. That food wasn't all that great where we ate. What do you think?
It was alright.
It wasn't all that great.
It filled the need.
I guess. You see how the lady was really impressed with the tip you gave her?
Yeah.
That happened at the other place where I went to in Tennessee. Remember when we used to get dirty looks after tipping people in Florida?
Are you sure?
Are you sure you want to tip me that much? I'm like, yeah, you did it. But it's good, how much. Thank you so much. So nice of you. People here are amazing. I love it. We're gonna check out this little store right here. Looks like they redid their sidewalks recently. You know, the average income in this town is $20,000 per capita. $20,000 a person in a small town like this. I mean, you're not going to get a Maserati anytime soon, but you're going to be living pretty decently. And there's a little bit of urban decay, but it's not anything crazy. It's just enough to give it a little small town touch. I love how they redid their sidewalks. That's great. A lot of small towns can't do stuff like that. And then these things are steel, and then they have outlets on them. So seems like the city's really done a lot, other than this pothole here. But the street's paved. I guess there must be something underneath the road that swallowed it, because the road is paved and the sidewalks are redone. But it seems like there's something here that just swallows the ground. So. Love it. We're on Sparkland Street. You take a look at the roof on that thing. That's pretty neat. Just a nice little quiet small town in northern Alabama. Northwest Alabama. Kind of. That way. Watch out the truck.
Yeah.
I love this little town, man. Feels so good. The temperature's just perfect. It's in the 60s, yeah, baby.
Our vehicle's over here.
Oh, is it really? Let's walk this way, though. Where's our vehicle at?
Right there.
Cool, let's walk this way anyways. So we're walking here. Ooh, look at this little corner piece. Check this out, baby. Erected by fraternal orders in 1914. Oh, I see. Gotcha. I see what it is. That's a Masonic Lodge. Interesting. Look at that little building.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a nice little restaurant?
Yeah.
Or an antique store? Or anything?
Yeah.
This town is really cool. I love it. Massage therapy. Could you go for massage therapy, Katie? Ooh, an alleyway. Twinkle toes. No parking on this block. Ta-ta. Ta-ta. I love all the old buildings. There's so much character to these little buildings. And by the way, if you want to be a business owner, you would not believe how affordable it is to rent a location. I mean, a lot of these are empty, so it's not like they're fighting to rent these things out. So if you want to have a little store, like look at how cool that looks in there. I mean, it's obviously empty. Awesome original concrete walls. Like if you're looking for like a little store, I mean, this town's got, I think it was 14,000 people, and $20,000 per capita. You can run a little store here and be successful. So if you're looking for a little store, maybe you have a lot of stuff in storage. Maybe you've got lots of stuff you need to sell. You know, probably for what it would cost to store, you could open up a little antique store somewhere like this. And that's another thing that's incredible about Alabama is how affordable it is in Alabama for you to rent a location. Generally not a regulated state, so you're able to pull your permits and do whatever you're going to do within a very nice manner. You're not going to have trouble pulling permits. It's easy here. It's not an incredibly complicated process to pull permits. So if you're looking, we're crossing this way. There's no crossings. Just be careful. So, you know, it's not a completely complicated place to pull permits. So if you're looking to pull permits or whatever, you know, to start a business, it's one of the easiest places to do it. And that's really just an awesome thing that you can just pull permits, do that, start your business without too much complication. So that's another great thing about Alabama is how easy it is for you to start your own little business. Not a lot of regulation. It's affordable to rent one of these buildings in any of these little towns. I mean, there's a few little buildings here that are empty. So, like I said, for a small town where most people own their houses, $20,000 per capita doesn't seem like a lot. When you consider that most people in these towns own their properties outright and don't have a lot of debt, own their cars outright, that's a lot of free income to do a lot of stuff. I mean, you can really follow your dreams in Alabama. The affordability makes it possible for you to follow your dreams. There's the train again. I can feel the building shaking when the train passes by. It's just incredible. Looks like Katie's found something of interest there. Are they open? Or are they just a event rental school? Little birds chirping away in the trees. Look at the little bird. You know, I should go back to doing a little bit more videos like this where I kind of explore more. But I love it. There's so many little small stores. So much to take in this little town. And I have jobs waiting for me back in Millbrook when I get back. Phone hasn't stopped ringing. People haven't stopped needing my services. I love how they've had to put little spikes up to keep the birds from nesting here. And it hasn't really worked very well. That is definitely a pigeon doing that. pigeon poop. But what a nice little town. I know a lot of people have wondered, like, really they want to live in a small town, but then they're like afraid of, will it work? Am I gonna have work? Is this little town going to turn against me? All that good stuff. Believe me, if they haven't turned on, Millbrook hasn't turned on me when I'm doing my YouTube, you're gonna be okay. It's just one of those things where, like, you just gotta take the leap and do it. You know, like, more zeros at the end of your bank account doesn't exactly mean a happier life, and that is a very true thing. Your happiness, is more money really gonna equate to happiness? Probably not. But let me tell you something. In my personal case, these little small towns in Alabama have made me more money than the big city back in Florida did. So something to think about. I'm not gonna give you the recipe for life here, but figure it out. Figure it out. Maybe a small town's not right for you, and if it's right for you, then well, stay in your city. I'm not saying you need to do it, but if you've been thinking about doing it, you know deep down it's what you want, don't be afraid to go for it. Town's got a small little bridge, and it reminds me a lot of a bridge we have in Bonita Springs, Florida. This one's a little bit smaller. By the way, there's not a whole lot of litter here. There's a little bit of litter piled up right there, but that's because the river has kind of brought it here. But it doesn't seem like the town's got like massive concentrations of litter. I do feel that this little bridge right here is like made by the same company as the bridge in Bonita. If that's the case, they usually at the end of the bridge somewhere are gonna stamp their Ohio. There it is. There it is. This one's built in Fort Payne, Alabama. Okay, never mind. So this has got a serial number, and they always stamp their bridges. This one's built in Alabama. There's also a company in Ohio that does these, I think. Nice little park here, nothing special. Big gazebo, tree, bench, nothing incredible. But I guess it's all you need for a small town. By the way, the vibes in this town are great. It's very walkable, very chill. Great place. Probably looks like a great place to exercise and go for a jog or a walk. So much so that even though I'm an outsider, I was like, hey, I want to walk this town. It looks great. Feels great too. All right, everybody. So we did a walk around. Now let's go for the big drive. Katie, give me some statistics on this town and break it down to these folks so they can understand what it is like out here from a statistical point of view. By the way, the trains are always crossing here. It seems like it's just a staple of daily life here. Nobody's in a rush. You can go. There's no rush. I love how nobody's in a rush up here. This could definitely be on my list of places I don't want to move to in the future if I were relocating in Alabama.
14,500 people.
14,000 people. Now, the population over the last 10 years hasn't grown dramatically. It's been kind of slowing down. It grew, but not at an incredible rate. It grew at a very slow rate. Excuse me.
Population is Hispanic.
1% Hispanic. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we dealing with here when it comes to the white population, Catherine?
92%.
92% white. So it's a very white area for Alabama. But the northern part of Alabama is a little bit whiter. The southern part of Alabama has more African Americans. So this is the white belt. I don't know if that's the right term. Let's get this windshield cleaned up. Beautiful little town. A nice little... just all these towns are just the friendliest people. I have a green light, but I guess I'm stopping, they're stopping, we're all stopping. It doesn't matter. Like, nobody's in a rush.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's so chill. There's so many young people here. You notice that?
Yeah.
Like, I had a green light, and it's not a big deal to let somebody pass. Like, what's the rush?
Yeah.
You're in a beautiful small town. What is the rush to get anywhere? You know what I mean? I love that.
They've got a good economy.
They do. There's big companies here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got?
The median household income is $40,000, and for a family, $47,000.
$47,000 to live in a small town where you probably don't even have a mortgage. Because most people here buy their houses cash.
And per capita for the city is $20,000.
Yeah, I mean, That's a lot to live in a small town in Alabama. That's decent. It's not a lot to live in California or something, but for living in Alabama, can't beat that. This town is really special. I like it so far. So the population of Hispanics is slowly growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there seems like there's a lot of industry.
And yeah.
For a small town, it's got a lot of industry. There's no litter like in other places in Alabama where they're covered in litter. This place is clean. Lots of young people out about doing stuff. You see a lot of young couples.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
They're
life.
like our age.
Yeah, they're setting roots here. They're making life. Think of the action. Those are projects over there. You know I gotta check out the projects. We'll get back to the project. This
town seems like it'd be more project.
Gun and Pawn. They're closed already.
Yeah.
What's this place here? Paint and Body. It's hard to find paint and body shops in our part of Alabama. Yeah, but yeah, Popeyes. And okay, so a town of 15,000 people. They have stuff too. Like they have a Walmart. And here's 31, which is like their business district, which has everything. Here's a Walgreens, more auto shops, Walmart. I see a Popeyes, a McDonald's. Like it's gonna have like everything you need practically. Look at this old Ford truck over here. Old Ford truck right here. I love these old Ford trucks. There's an old Ford F100 or F150.
F-150.
F150. It's not quite an F150.
They have a Kroger.
They had a Kroger. I see a Michelin, AutoZone. So, 31, it's got everything like a town would need to have.
A hometown market.
Have you seen how nice the cars are here too? The town's got decent cars. Have you noticed that, right? There's decent cars like everywhere.
Yeah.
Lots of decent cars. Not sure why my windshield keeps falling up.
In about 15 minutes from here, there's a Publix in Decatur.
They're 15 minutes from a Publix.
Yeah.
So that would work for us. Because we said we never want to be the West College building. We said we never wanted to be more than 15 minutes from a Publix.
Yeah, so this town would probably work for us.
That's one of our personal requirements for where we live. Why does my windshield keep falling
Let me see what the real estate is here. That
would be it, because it could be ridiculously expensive. I mean, you're close to Huntsville and all that, and Madison, and that area is expensive, so it could be ridiculous. That could be the catch. It could be expensive. It's not going to be Millbrook prices. It's probably going to be like twice that. I don't know. Who knows what the real estate could be like? It could be reasonable. It could be ridiculous. Once you're at the main page of the town, just let me scroll through it. I love these little houses. There's a few little Cape Cods, and let me see if it's reasonable. It's reasonable. It's reasonable. Look at this on 6 acres.
This town is on our radar.
Yeah, this is on our radar. Look at you can get a brand new. Somebody just got a newer 3.2 for $164. That's about what it costs in Millbrook. So this town really needs to be on our radar.
Yeah, it's on our radar.
It's on our radar for a fact. No. Can you open up the map so I can find my way through here?
Of course, my love.
It's like all these little Alabama towns have a Sonic, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
We got one.
Liberty, Burger King.
Captain D's.
Captain D's. Prattville has one. A lot of people playing loud music.
Yeah.
Seems like kids here are cool.
Yeah.
They're not like weird kids.
Yeah.
There's a Ford dealership. Captain D's. A lot of kids playing music, I've noticed. That's not really a bad thing. It just means kids are chill.
Yeah.
Vintage antiques. That's what I was looking for. Let's check it out. I hate that I have to go work today. I wanted to go home and relax. I don't catch
You said you could do it tomorrow.
Well, we'll see what time we get back. Is that a barbecue place right there? I mean, every little town's gonna have it. Hey, guess what they got? Jacks. They have Jacks. We have Jacks in the house.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is 31. I mean, they're gonna have every type of. I mean, they even got big cars. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of the antiques, man. always on the lookout for antiques. That's the one thing I'm always on the lookout for. This car's gonna pull out. I'm gonna pull out so I can. Oh, they're just pulling in.
Just pulling
Where
in.
can I park? I guess by the road. By this.
No, you're supposed to park back there, but there's no parking.
I'll park here. I'm not really blocking cars anyway. What do?
Go park over there.
Where?
Around there, there's parking.
How about I park in the next business over?
Could do that.
There's just paved the highway here, the main highway. I wish they would pave 14. 14 looks like crap.
Then it would create a headache.
If they paved it?
Yeah.
It would be temporary though. It wouldn't be forever. Hey, look, they're hiring at Captain D's. All these little places are going to be hired. Yeah, I mean, the town is nice. Excuse me. That food kind of made us both kind of crappy. Antiques. Another Hummer. 2 Hummers. Well, I'm going to go in there real quick.
Okay.
All right, everybody. So we went to the antique store and I bought a Mississippi license plate from 1973 for $12. With taxes came to $13.08. Taxes are a thing. They sure are. Yep. That's how the sidewalks get paved. Why am I in a rush? I know why, because I got to get back to Newark to work. I don't want to work. It's 4:20 right now.
I told you you could do it tomorrow.
Once I have to work, I have to work. There's no getting around that. But as you can see, this town's got everything on 31. It's got basically from Mexican restaurants to Papa John's to H&R Block to a Chevy on 24s to a warehouse to hardware stores, building supplies, Saxby's. I wouldn't even be surprised if they had a Starbucks. I'm not sure if they do.
I will check.
Katie's on that for us. Do they have a Starbucks? Because that's a very vital component to the infrastructure of a functioning society. Lots of bikers.
They have to go 15 minutes to Decatur.
In Decatur?
Less than 15 minutes to Decatur.
13 minutes to a Starbucks. That's not bad at all.
Oh.
So they have everything in there. So I guess in Decatur, which is not that far away, I mean, they have, I guess, Publix, Target, Starbucks, Hobby Lobby, Kroger, Kohl's. So basically, this is like an extension of Decatur. Katie, these are the friendliest people I've ever met.
Really?
I was in line, and the lady goes, she was talking to the person there, and she goes, "Oh, this guy's only got one thing, let him go." And I got to go.
Nice.
You know, like that warm. I mean, it's known as the city of Southern hospitality. So
that
go figure.
really is the city.
I mean, if that's the city's slogan, go figure. You know. Yeah, they're really, really friendly.
That's good.
And I like that people play music loud in their cars, and they
Yes.
drive around with their windows down, playing loud music.
They
I
just
like
chilling.
that. Yeah, they're just chilling. They're not just,
Saturday.
they're not like wound up or anything. Everybody's chill. You know. You know what I mean? Like it's got like a real good vibe as far as everybody's chill and like nobody's like wound up and ready to flick you off. Is that a Kroger over there?
Yes, it's a Kroger.
Cool. Publix. Publix it is, Katie. No dang Kroger, right?
I have half a mind to shop somewhere you don't want me to.
You don't have half of mine. You do whatever I say, because I'm a big jerk. Actually, we just go for wherever the groceries are freshest. Like, we would try Kroger's, and if they're better, we'd go there. If they were not better, we wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Can I have one of those candies?
Of course.
What are they called again? You've told me 100 times. Weather. The train's kept us from crossing like 4 times. Here we go. We gotta go slow down. We're going through the town center again. Yeah, I like this town a lot. And it's close to Decatur. It's close to Huntsville. They get a lot of snow here, though.
Really?
Oh, yeah. A lot more than we do. Yeah, it's always
awesome.
They're taking selfies right there. Oh, they're taking pictures and stuff. Yeah. The guy's wearing a mask downtown. Wow, this town is the neatest town I've been to in Alabama so far, right? Or no? I don't know. I've been to so many places. I just like it all becomes one giant foggy memory to me. Look at that Jaguar. That's a very expensive car. For a small town. Nice cars. Have you noticed the cars
Yeah.
here are pretty decent? Dude, that's a Cherokee pickup truck. That's not a cheap one. Yeah. Alright, we gotta go. We gotta drive around. We gotta roll, man.
Do we show any houses?
We haven't done residential neighborhoods
Mm-hmm.
yet. We should probably.
Mm-hmm.
We probably should. I'm just gonna look at the map real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go about some residential areas. Some shout out to people. I mean, I know coming into town, what I saw was gorgeous.
Okay, go.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
That's not on camera. They haven't. We saw it, but they haven't seen it. We gotta show them what the residential areas look like, so they can get an idea. So my dad. He looks just like my dad, man.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell
Look
you.
at this old school box Chevy. And the trains come through here like all the time. It's
Yeah.
like non-stop train action.
Yeah.
Look at that old pickup truck. What is that?
Don't know. Oh, it looks
We gotta hit up the residential areas.
right there. There's
That's pretty. We'll get in there. Yeah, there's a old church there. The houses I saw on the other side of town were
Ooh,
just
look.
gorgeous. Woody.
Yeah.
Woody. Yeah, these are the ones we saw coming in town. This neighborhood looks neat. Let's go back in there. And the prices here were about the same as Millbrook. Are there any newer developments in this town, like where somebody would, if they wanted a really fancy newer house? Yeah, they are on the north side of town by the highway.
Okay.
Yep, it's called in fact, let's go there. Boof Meadows. We'll go there right after we finish here.
Bluff Meadows.
Boof. I don't know, something. No, there's all types of neighborhoods. Yeah. He's got all types of neighborhoods. Camera's like, oh, this come above or angle. It's got all types of neighborhoods. Like, it's got.
Yeah.
These are kind of like. Excuse you, Catherine.
Excuse me.
Excuse you. What's an awful thing you've done? I like this neighborhood. And it reminds me of Wetumpka. It's a hood historic district. People playing outside with her kids. They're playing outside a lot. And I'm playing with the daughter outside. Look at this little old house. I think fell through. I like this town a lot.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of litter around here. It's not too bad. The projects didn't seem like they were massive. It seemed like it was just a little tiny little area, you know? It's not like the whole thing was projects. It was like a nice truck. I guess this is the African American side of the northeast of downtown might be African American. Because it's only like 5% African American, right? And I've seen a few African Americans, so this must be the African American side of town. Because there aren't really that many African Americans here. I've seen a few there, so. See here, like you already start to see new houses, see what I mean? You just go a little bit outside of town. You can start to see there might be some projects back. Oh, look at that thing. Oh, man, that's still Alabama. Look at that thing. What? That's a 79 Coupe de Ville. There's a little bit of a project over here. I like projects over here. Newer, like, you know, this is different age houses. They're not all. I like this town a lot. So once you get to the outskirts of town, you have your houses.
Yeah.
Collier Cove.
Yeah.
These aren't projects, these are apartments. I got a little gazebo.
Gazebo, not ooh.
Gazebo. Gazebo. That's what Luke's gonna look like when he gets older. I have to take a picture like I sent it to him. Hey Luke, take a look in the mirror, buddy. It looks a little bit, kind of hood. No one's saying hood, but like, you know, it's definitely not natural. You're gonna see the newer houses on the other side. And as you drift a little bit outside of town, you start to see newer houses. So, let's go here and see these newer houses. So yeah, I mean, all you gotta do is just go a little bit outside of town limits, and then you start to see newer houses. So, when they've built new houses outside of the town, that's a good thing. You know, they're either going in two directions. You're building new houses because people want to live in your town, or the houses you have are abandoned because people are moving out. Speed bump. Not bad. So here's they're building new houses around here. It's not totally. It's not bad. I mean, this is one of the fastest growing regions in the country.
That's a nice school, elementary school.
Hey, I forgot to mention this in the Athens video. Athens is just a little bit north of here. You know that in Athens, they're building a Toyota Mazda plant? That's a lot of work for this area.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know that Facebook is also there in Huntsville area? They have Facebook has a something there. Offices. They got Facebook, Toyota, Mazda. This is like a suburban area here. Kids playing outside, you know. Suburban, they tighten this up. Suburban USA, man. Not bad. I mean, there's nice neighborhoods in the city. All the grass is dead. You know they got snow up here. So as you can see, guys, I mean, they have new development, so. Here's a little Alabama town that has it all. It's a small town. It's near larger cities. Doesn't have traffic. People are friendly. There's new developments. It's affordable. There's incomes. There's jobs in the area. A lot of people tell me, oh, it's a trade-off. You know, it might be affordable in Alabama, but there's high crime. There's no jobs. They start talking a bunch of garbage, and they have no idea what the crap they're talking about. And you can find a balance between everything, affordability, everything. Exit this out and let's go home. There are towns that have everything, from affordability to new developments, close to big city. All there. Sucks we got a cloudy day for this. These big houses back here. What are your thoughts, babe?
I like the architecture style. We got some nice houses up here. Every house is different. That's something I like about Alabama.
Yep.
That is pretty over there. Got a gazebo on the side.
Even that big house.
Yeah.
Gazebo.
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 Live in your gazebo world.
Gazebo. Gazebo.
Yeah, I'm a
You can buy a gazebo. Gazebo. So you're telling me it's a gazebo?
Yeah.
I sold these things. I know what they're called.
Did anybody look at you strange when you were talking about them?
I never sold a single one.
Exactly. You said, if you said
You're a jerk.
gazebo.
You hurt my feelings.
Stop being a little PC, baby.
No, you hurt my feelings. I sold these things for a living. And you're telling me the reason I didn't sell any was because I wasn't saying it right.
Yes.
I sold sheds, but I never sold a gazebo.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because I was saying it wrong?
Maybe.
But I knew their dimensions. I knew how they were built. I knew where the wood came from. I knew everything about them. But I never sold one.
You said gazebo.
Gazebo. Hey, sir, you interested in a gazebo? And they would always say, oh, no, I'm okay.
A boo.
Gazebo.
Yeah.
Gazebo.
I'm gonna drink me some fancy water.
Would you
From
like?
Deep Well, Ocala.
Is that from Ocala?
Yes.
There's two of these, right?
I drank one in the morning.
So this one's mine.
Yes.
You're greedy. You know that? You're gonna drink both of them. Yeah, I actually like the gas station. So yeah, as you guys can see, nice little city. I'm good. I'm driving. Don't do that. Well, guys, as you can see, nice little town. What else can I say? And you have an Interstate 65 right here for easy access to other places. So there it is. Can't complain. Beautiful little town in Alabama.
Beautiful.
Make sure you like and subscribe. All right, everybody. So right on the outskirts of town is this old wagon. Now, these old wagons, I used to have one of these, and it ended up going to LaBelle, Florida. So once they get like this, you can't really move them, because once you move them, they fall apart. The one that I had a metal frame, and you can see this one used to have a metal frame, but it's probably gone now. It could have been wood as well. Mine stood still very well because it had a metal frame. The wheels are going to be steel. And this one's in really, really rough shape. But it's here at the outskirts of town. The creepy thing about the one that I had was that it had a cross in the back, which meant it was used, yes, to take people to their final resting destination. This one right here could have been probably used for transporting goods. The one that I had was used for a different purpose. So it's kind of nice that this one isn't used for that, from what I can see. And the gas station here is called a Cowboys.